Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. I'm so glad you could join us. And today we have a very special guest, Maalav, who enjoys reading, watching TV, and doing science experiments. He also loves working on fun projects, and today he'll be sharing one of his amazing creations, a serial monitor to LCD display program. And I can't wait to hear all about it. Welcome, Maalav. So, please give a brief introduction about yourself and tell us a little about your project.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maalav. My hobbies are reading thriller books, watching TV, coding projects with the Arduino Uno. My project is a serial monitor that relays a message inputted into an LCD. This has several practical applications.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing about yourself and your project. Now, when you first started coding this project, Maalav, what was the most exciting part of for you?
The most exciting part for me was when I first started coding, I had to learn about the string data type and how to use it in my codes. So since then, I've been using it a lot.
That's awesome, and it's always exciting when things start working, right? So, how did you figure out which pins to connect for the LCD display?
I had researched a schematic of how to connect the LCD to an Arduino and use that schematic to connect it.
Nice work. So, understanding the wiring is such an important step, right? So,
Yeah.
you also mentioned the line that says waiting for input. Why did you decide to include that feature?
I decided to use that phrase so the user can now know they entered the message. This will make it more user-friendly and it will seem like the serial monitor is like a person talking to you.
Great thinking. It's a helpful message for users, right? So, can you also explain how the scrolling text works in your project, like scrolling text?
Scrolling text works by having the second for loop in the check for the inputted message's character length. If it's over 16 characters, including spaces, the message will scroll to the left, so the person can see the entire message on the LCD. The reason why it's only 16 characters is because what I'm using a 16 by 2 LCD, which only permits for 16 characters to be displayed.
Very cool. Scrolling text really makes the display more dynamic, right? So now, how do you think this project could be used in real life?
The project has some advantages, such as its capability to be a standalone operation. It can also be used for when you're working on microcontroller projects. A serial monitor, you can track the data sent from a device, but then if you put that in an LCD, it makes it portable and easier to read.
That's a smart idea. It really shows how tech can be useful day to day. So, was there a point where your program didn't work as expected, and how did you fix it?
Yeah, at one time I had some problems with the string data type because I wasn't quite sure why the IDE didn't pick up string as a data type. So I got a bit confused. Usually, the Arduino IDE, it changes the color of the text, so it recognizes that there is a data type being declared. So I tried experimented with using capital letter for the S of string and then not using it, which took a bit of time, but I resolved it in the end.
Good job figuring that out. So, debugging is like a huge part of learning too. So, do you prefer working on the coding side of the hardware connection, or the wiring and circuits? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer to do the hardware side of robotics, as it's easier and actually quite fun to do. But I also like coding.
Knowing both sides make you stronger maker, right? Stronger maker. So, did you learn something new about debugging while making this project? Anything
I
new?
noticed characters when I first uploaded the code on the LCD. It turns out I was sending the data too fast in the serial. Using the serial.available bracket end to read the data slower solved the issue.
That's a really valuable skill to pick up. So, how does this project make using like an LCD array easier compared to always checking a computer screen?
Checking a computer screen with if you have multiple sensors can be quite overloading because there's a lot of data coming in. But the LCD has larger fonts, and you can set the speed by changing the delay function to see, and you can scroll it. So yeah, that makes it easier to read.
Exactly. It gives quick info without needing a full computer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you personally enjoy the most while building this project?
I personally enjoyed the hardware connection, but I also really like coding because it's pretty creative, and I like doing the creative stuff of coding.
That's so good to hear. So, enjoying the process makes it even more rewarding. So, how did you think projects like this help in learning science and coding?
The research I did about the string function, I also looked at other functions, which is helping me understand other coding terms and the other functions.
Absolutely. Hands on learning really brings things to life. So, what's one fun or surprising thing you discovered while making this project?
I really was kind of like shocked a bit and a bit excited about that. I learned that I can actually use this tool without connecting the Arduino to a computer, and then you take it, connect the Arduino to a power source, and voila, the Arduino can communicate with the serial monitor, so you can transfer the data from the serial monitor onto the LCD.
That's awesome. So those little surprises make it all more exciting. So finally, what advice would you give other students who are interested in trying out projects like yours?
My advice should be creative and think outside the box. Just let your imagination reign chaos, and then you refine the ideas, not before.
That's excellent advice. And I'm sure it will inspire others to get creative too. Right? Thank you so much, Maalav, for walking us through your project and sharing your creativity with us. And it's really inspiring to see how you have turned coding into something so practical and fun. And your serial monitor to LCD display program not only shows your technical skill, but also your curiosity to make things more user friendly. And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us today. Keep experimenting, keep creating, and who knows, maybe your next project will also be featured here. Until next time, stay curious and keep innovating.